Intro music fades. Let me ask you this. What if a single drone strike could unravel years of fragile peace in the Middle East? Because that's exactly what's happening right now. A refinery attack in Saudi Arabia isn't just about oil, it's a spark that could reignite a war that's already destroyed Yemen. And here's the kicker. This isn't random chaos. This is calculated. Let's break down why this conflict matters way more than your average news cycle story. So the Houthis, those Iranian-backed rebels, just hit an Aramco refinery again. Big deal, right? They've done this before. But here's what fascinates me. This attack isn't about Saudi Arabia. It's about Iran sending a message to Washington through a proxy. Think about that. Yemen's suffering is basically a chessboard for global powers. The refinery itself? Just a pawn. What many people miss is how these attacks keep Yemen's civil war on life support. That 2022 truce? It's barely holding because every strike gives Saudi Arabia an excuse to retaliate. It's a vicious cycle of tit-for-tat that's been going on for a decade. Now let's talk about Iran's bigger play here. Their foreign minister just dropped a bombshell. Negotiations with the US won't restart unless America corrects its behavior. That's diplomatic code for "we are not backing down." But here's the twist. This isn't just about sanctions. Iran wants the US to permanently end the war, withdraw military forces, and pay reparations. Personally, I think this is brilliant strategy. By tying Strait of Hormuz access to these demands, Iran turns oil shipments into leverage. They're basically saying, you want safe passage? Pay us tribute in policy concessions. And the Pentagon's response? They're begging defense contractors to speed up weapons production. Why? Because missile interceptors are getting used up faster than they can be replaced. This raises a disturbing question. Are we witnessing the start of another arms race? The US claims their blockade redirected 53 ships, but what they won't say is how many came dangerously close to all-out confrontation. One thing that stands out is how this conflict is bleeding into military budgets worldwide. Watch how defense stocks spike every time tensions rise. Let's zoom out. The potential Oman brokered deal for Hormuz? It's temporary window dressing. Ships using separate routes near Iran and Oman sounds diplomatic, but it's really just a band-aid. What this really suggests is that no one, absolutely no one, wants the strait closed permanently. Even Iran knows choking off 20% of global oil exports would backfire. But here's the irony. Every temporary agreement since 1988 has collapsed. History repeats itself because the underlying power struggle never changes. So where does this leave us? Staring at a region where every action is a calculated provocation. The Houthis keep Yemen's war alive to serve Iran's agenda. Iran keeps raising stakes to weaken US influence. And the US keeps pouring money into weapons instead of diplomacy. This isn't just about oil or borders anymore. It's about who dominates the 21st century's geopolitical order. I'll leave you with this. When does calculated brinkmanship become accidental catastrophe? Because right now, the margin between strategic messaging and full-scale war feels dangerously thin. What's your take? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss what everyone's missing here.